Now, First Alert Weather with Kay McFerrin.
All right, good morning. It's almost afternoon. By the time you see this, it will be afternoon. My name is Kody McFerrin, and I'm here in my home, and I wanted to give you an update on the severe weather situation we have tomorrow. So if you can, please spread the word. Right now, some of our the weather service and stuff like that, they haven't issued a full update yet, and I think the reason why is because they're waiting on the noon hour model run. We get a high resolution update that goes all the way through 48 hours every 6 hours. So the last one we had was at 6 o'clock this morning, and that's what you're getting ready to see our forecast based off of. So I'll keep you up to date as much as I can after the 12 o'clock hour, because we'll get a better look at tomorrow's storm system, and we'll talk about everything that you need to know here coming up in just a minute. Right now we're clear on First Alert Doppler Network. Things are dry across the area, and I expect that to continue on into tomorrow. But it's tomorrow that gets interesting, and that's why I've went ahead and issued the First Alert Action Day, and that's for the threat of those strong to severe storms. Right now, it looks like damaging winds of up at least 60 miles an hour or greater will be possible. We'll have windy conditions tomorrow as well, even outside of those storms, so that's something we're going to have to watch. Temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 60s, and further south, low 70s will be possible. Some of the runs that we have right now are bringing temperatures closer to 70 here in southern Illinois, but some are keeping us in those mid to low, mid 60s to upper 60s. But anyway, some hail is also possible tomorrow. I was looking at the latest forecast soundings, and those are trending smaller hail, and what I mean by that is there's going to be warmer temperatures the farther up you go in the atmosphere, so there would be more time for hail to melt if it could develop, but I do think hail could still be a threat, so I'm keeping some hail possible in the forecast, probably up to quarter-size hail or less right now. That could update though, and we'll watch that. Tornadoes, I've highlighted that in red because I'm greatly concerned about tornadoes as well. And right now, some of the data is looking pretty nasty on that, and we'll walk you through that here in just a minute. Now, the key timing for this event, as of the 11 o'clock hour, is going to be from 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon and evening through midnight on Thursday. So again, 4 p.m. tomorrow through midnight tomorrow night. Okay, so please keep that in mind, and of course, I'll be posting more updates on that. So let's go ahead and continue to talk about what other threats we can have. I want to go ahead and put on the screen right now the latest look at the SPC's severe threat level index. This is a categorical outlook. Level 1 being a marginal risk for severe storms. Level 2 is a slight risk. Most of our severe weather days with tornadoes occur on a slight risk day, but sometimes we do get issued under that level 3 or moderate category, which you can see we're not under that right now either, and we're not also under a marginal risk of storms. We are under a risk of general thunderstorms right now, but that's officially not any of the levels that you see on the banner, and just a zoomed in look here at southern Illinois also shows that, again, there is no severe threat level that's been issued for our area. So that's something, of course, we'll watch and keep you up to date. Let's go ahead and get on into Futurecast, because that's where things are going to begin to get interesting, and we'll walk you through. So, again, dry through the rest of today. I think we're going to have sunny skies, and it'll be warm, of course. No real issues with that. Here we are tomorrow at Wednesday. This is 4 a.m. As we continue to walk you through, some cloud cover will be moving through the area, depending on some dynamics that will determine those cloud cover. But through the day, we should be mostly dry through the morning hours, that being from 12 a.m. on Wednesday through at least probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, and you can see Futurecast depicting that. Look at those wind arrows showing southerly winds coming through tomorrow. We're going to have some warming conditions rather quickly, and whatever sunshine we get is going to be a very determining factor of our temperatures as well tomorrow, but those southerly winds are also going to influence it greatly. Now, whoever can see sunshine tomorrow afternoon before the showers and storms move in, you're going to have a greater risk of getting more surface energy built up, and that energy is what we also need, just another ingredient that's required to get severe storms to the surface tomorrow, and we do not like the sun. So tomorrow, if you see the sun, I wouldn't get too encouraging, because that's also, again, a influencing factor of severe weather. Here we are at 3 and 4 o'clock. Notice severe storms, or, well, some storms on Futurecast being depicted right now near the Piedmont area in southeast Missouri. As I walk this closer, look what happens by 5 o'clock. We get a surge of activity that pops up here on Futurecast. Don't pay attention to exactly where the storm is or storms are. Just understand that the key details is a storm, like any of the ones you're going to see, can be 50 miles away from where they are. They could be at your house. They could be generally anywhere that you see on the screen right now, and that's what I want to drive home. So even if Futurecast doesn't show a severe storm at your specific location, don't take that to the bank, because these storms can pop up anywhere tomorrow with the environment that we will have. Notice there's some cells that are isolated out towards the Cape Girardeau area. Any cell that we have tomorrow that can isolate itself from a line or a segment of storms will have a greater probability of producing tornadoes, but we're watching for rotation in all the storms tomorrow, as that's a concern with those windy and very gusty conditions. Also, the wind shear that's needed to get these storms to form will be pretty high as well. Here we are at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, more storms forming. Some small hail being depicted in Futurecast by the purple colors and just showing you the severe. Here's at 8 o'clock some storms moving through. This particular storm looks like it could develop some very strong to damaging winds on this Futurecast model. And then by 11 o'clock, you can see a lot more activity pushing its way towards the east, some isolated cells left back towards the southern parts of our area. And then by midnight, things look to improve, hopefully, and we should be able to get that out of here and be done with it by about Thursday, early in the morning. We may still have some cloud cover around, but things should clear up fairly quickly. So we'll go ahead and drive home again, that first alert action day. Some other threats that are not on this graphic I did want to mention is the very heavy rainfall. Right now, Futurecast is keeping rainfall totals between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, but understand that it's going to rain so quickly, so heavily, that flash flooding could certainly be a concern. So we'll watch that, and we'll keep you up to date on that. Right now, though, again, I've issued the first alert action day for tomorrow due to those severe storms. Please stay up to date on air and online. Reporting in the Weather Center, Kay McFerrin, 9 News.